people. It's a rainy day in New York City today. What is today date? I don't know what today date be. Today is up there, 19th. Let me see. Today is the 19th, yeah. The 19th, people, the 19th. Vacuum. Cha-cha. People, I'm looking at me. And I'm a car, one part in here, I see. Say, it look dirty. That's not like me. That was supposed to be. I mean, I keep dirty car. So I mean, I know what that's all about. But yeah, people. So rainy day here in New York City, 19th of December 2025. Just straight. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I can't do music.
Security, Rabbi Ellie Cohen with the Crown Heights Community Council says this is a sign to show up strong.
Over here, so is
drive away the darkness.
Mary Lynn Buckley, 10-10 wins on 92, 3 of them in Crown Heights.
Governor Hochul joined both the MTA and NYPD in touting new stats that show crime in the subways is at an historic low.
We know these efforts are working. The numbers speak for themselves. I will always stand here and say, one crime is one too many. This is not a celebration moment, but it's a continuation of what we know is working.
Speaking at Grand Central, the governor credited Mayor Adams for the achievement. She also announced $77 million for increased police patrols next year. That includes 600 officers per day and what are called surge patrols, which are at the discretion of the police.
they actually big up Mayor Adams and give him credit for something.
25th anniversary, which is next year. The festival
tell
is
you,
expanding its Tribeca Now category to include storytellers from TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. They're actually the first major film festival to add social media creators to their official selection. The 2026 Tribeca Festival runs June 3rd through the 14th. Now Bloomberg Money Watch, here's John Tucker.
As Susan expect prices at the pump to go lower, the oil market may be facing a major glut. Producers ramping up output, putting a record 1.3 billion barrels of crude oil on the world's markets. Oil prices heading for the biggest annual loss since the pandemic. And Oracle shares among the most active in the pre-market, up 4.5%. TikTok being bought by a group of buyers led by Oracle. Right ahead of the open, futures mixed. S&P futures up 7. The Dow futures, they're down 8
All of
points.
these people are funny.
Money watch on 10-10 wins to 92.
How the money circulate.
Winter move and be moved in the Mazda CX-5. The smart choice for those who expect more.
This is Tremont in the Bronx, people.
The CX-5 delivers confidence and control in every condition. Inside, you'll find a
You know
redefined
Tremont?
interior design for comfort and connection, because there's more to a Mazda.
This is
Celebrate
Tremont.
the season during the More to Move You with Yourself event. Boost the Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month and make every drive feel like a gift.
This is Bruckner
USA.com.
on this side.
As a truck operator, your attention is taken to stay live. Know your vehicle type and plan ahead. Low fares in some city parkways make them off limits to truck and commercial vehicles. A wrong turn can lead to dangerous and costly collisions. Don't let that be you. Get the most up-to-date truck route repairs, we point you to programs and low-cost loans. Wills or power of attorney, we help you start family papers that keep your home in the family. The help is free. Those programs we connect you to are free too. The Homeowner Help Desk is run by the Center for New York City Neighborhoods, working with New York City.
What? New York City. Why? Oh, there's some beer, dirty water. Chacha. You know, one time me did liquor, and the way how you see America on TV, you don't think so America was one of the cleanest place. This a place, eh? Dirtier than dirty, brother. Tell you. You know, make a difference how we spy, the whole of this. We need to get clean. Right, so now, when I will turn upon Zariga Avenue in the Bronx. So this is Zariga. So you know Zariga close by the Cross Bronx. Yeah. This is Zariga. So I'm on. I'll go make a pickup. Think of this or this. I'm not even sure. CFI. It's a close to CFI. Maybe over. Alright, so pick up my ride here, so. This is Westchester people.
You'll send me a Christmas card and thank me later. If you're using the Lincoln Tunnel Run, 10 minutes round trip. And 20 minutes into the Harlem, that remains that way. You can really get listed on that inbound will want it. Terrible. Fort Hamilton Parkway, over the bridge. Those who need to work it on the west south as well. Heading towards Flatbush Avenue where there's a stall. Traffic is sponsored by NewsWorld.com. Look at the news about low life price price. Cover your own cars. Once you try to buy one, the final best rate is down to 4. That's the Major World. And their pricing is no surprises. Major World 4340. The other Boulevard will have 1520 Major Auto. Or go to NewsWorld.com. I'm Rick Barrow. Take the lead on 93 FM.
Let's check the AccuWeather forecast as well as this London. So we have the newest storm winds for the day. Couple of hours of weak downpours. We had travel disruptions because of the water that's already on a lot of streets and highways. This afternoon, there'll be some breaks in sun with a leftover shower or two. Temperatures will fall to the 40s by sunset. Wind will pick up to upwards of 60 miles per hour to cause scattered power outages across the Thursday. Clearing blustery, much colder tonight by morning. We're down to 30. It'll feel like it's in the teens. Easy day tomorrow. At least to start with sunshine and then clouds and breeze. Only reaching 30 to 20 degree difference from today.
See how people walking on the road? Yeah, a big sidewalk. And you still have to walk on the road. Tell you, boy.
Light rain in the 30s, 56 in Central Park. Humidity at 90%. The wind out of the south at 25, gusting upwards of 50 miles an hour in places. Getting our current temperature 56 and going down to 44 this evening in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg of New York Weather Station 1010 Williams 183 FM. There are certain words you cannot say on the radio, but if you're working out, they might actually be encouraged. If you're having trouble finishing that last set at the gym, maybe you should try letting some swear words fly. A study in the UK found people performed better in 15
Pacifica, the Genesis CB60 all on the list.
This is
Reliability
Tremont
data from
people.
car owners about problems they had with their cars in the last 12 months. The Eternal City has a new subway, surrounded by artifacts from an ancient era. The saying goes, Rome was not built in a day, and neither was the Eternal City subway. Rome has opened its new Eternal City metro station, which combines station and also serves as a museum. Subway riders, tourists, and new treasures from ancient Rome that were uncovered during construction of the subway. The relics include marble statues and columns, along with 28-inch wells, and the Roman baths, which are now on display behind glass casements. Michelle Franzen,
This is Silver Street and Bainbridge.
2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid with a driving range of up to 581 miles. Rent is around and pit stops are optional. Love goes the extra mile. Get from the city to the mountains on a single tank of gas. Thanks to the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Lease a new 2025 Forester Hybrid for $329 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles per year and 43.14 year lease signing. Including retail details. This is the story of the one. As a HVAC technician, his engine system multimeter are in high demand. Stolen in North South HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor. Doesn't break a sweat. With Granger's easy-to-use website and product information, he knows the product you need. Keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRANGER or Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the one.
This is Eastchester people.
And Kevin, just getting word that Ford is recalling more than 250,000 electric and hybrid vehicles in the U.S. This is because of a parking function problem that could leave them rolling away. Ford says it will implement a park module software update. ByteDance on track for profits of roughly $50 billion. That's a record year for the Chinese social media leader. It comes as ByteDance is now close to finalizing the plan to hive-off its TikTok in the U.S., which will ensure the platform won't be banned. Right now, the Dow up 277 points. The Nasdaq Composite Index up 194. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Money Watch, 10-10 wins at 92.3 FM.
Do you have bad credit? You've got a problem getting a car loan? Hudson Hyundai can help. Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai in Jersey City. Please call 800-441-3613. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai with just $68 down. Like a new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe with only $68 down. Or get an all-new Hyundai Palisade with only $68 down. Call 800-441-3613. That's 800-441-3613. Got a trade? Hudson Hyundai will give you up to $3,000 for the first time.
Eastchester, McDonald.
Commissioner Idanis Rodriguez from the New York City
Seriously?
Every time
Shucks. Well, serious.
Live to active meteorologist Harry Schwindenhammer.
Hello.
Schwindenhammer. Yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster ride temperature-wise. The big deal, of course, today, besides the possible flooding that could occur and has occurred, is going to be the wind. Some of those wind gusts in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range. The highest wind gusts right now across Long Island can gust around 45 to 50 miles an hour. We've seen some a little higher gusts than that. But certainly through this afternoon, there is going to be the possibility of some wind damage with tree limbs and so forth, but also the possible scattered power outages as well. The rain itself should come to an end by about midday, maybe 1 o'clock or so, and then tapering off to a spotty shower. But as you mentioned, temperatures will fall throughout the day, getting down to about 44 by evening, and all the way down to 30 tonight for an overnight low, and we'll kick in the wind as well. That'll make for actually the real field temperatures in the teens. Back to you.
All right, Terry, we thank you. After a week of high-profile appointments and one quick resignation, Mayor-elect Laura Mamdani was on Staten Island this morning. Our Marla Diamond joining us live now with details. Marla.
As Biden announced 2 more cabinet appointments, the mayor-elect said he was not aware of the anti-Semitic post from Catherine Monty DaCosta more than a decade ago, and he said he would not have fired her if he knew. Mamdani named key architect of mayor out of the city of Yes, Layla Bosarg, as his deputy mayor for housing and planning, and former acting U.S. Labor Secretary under Joe Biden, Julie Sue, as his deputy mayor for economic justice. Marla Diamond, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM on Staten Island.
The city feeling smaller and smaller these days.
Whether you're coming in from Jersey or as far as Australia, there are a lot of people in the city right now.
About 8 million visitors is what we're expecting between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
The New York City Tourism and Convention, Tiffany Townsend telling 1010 Win, there are a lot of hotels out there, but they're pretty booked up.
Absolutely. We have about 125,000 hotel rooms citywide right now. We've opened 5 new hotels across the city this year. There's certainly more in the pipeline, and there's certainly more in the pipeline going into 2026.
And down the road, FIFA, which will generate more than $400 billion in economic activity for New York City. Some very busy months ahead. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
NYPD searching for the suspect in 18.
As of today, hope no new charges are coming. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy, so far federal courts and House Democrats have released related materials, including grand jury records, photos from a private island showing the convicted sex trafficker with prominent figures. The entire gossip report out today from the world's leading authority on food prices. The integrated food security aid classification says the territory is not
This is the Grand Concourse.
want you to use alternate branches for now. I mean, I'm going home with the Babylon
This
line.
is 167
The Oyster Bay branch, so we'll keep you updated on that.
in the Bronx.
About the bridges and tunnels, inbound George Washington Bridge, a solid 25 minutes. The outbound side's around 30. It's all across Bronx related. West Side Highway way better than the Harlem River Drive FDR combo for sure on these three lots alert days. So do with that. It's better there. Lincoln Tunnel inbound across your 10 around 10 outbound. About 50 minutes there for Holland Woods at 139 delays. Jersey City for the outbound Holland is promising. Not the case on the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel entering Manhattan. All the way back to the Prospect are those delays. As you're heading across the Kosciuszko, very heavy. Heading past Queens Boulevard and heading towards the Williamsburg Bridge. Broadneck and Whitestone are moving well now. There's no road work on both of them, and that's why it's not really delayed today. That's one good thing about this weather that we're having. But drive safe, roads are slick, and you want to reduce speed. Traffic is sponsored by Flushing Bank. Andre Ferro, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's complete cash rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 29 New York metro locations, it's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
Let's check the active weather forecast. Meteorologist Gary Shinsley. Well, we've had some flooding concerns already today. Wind gusts from 50 to 60 miles an hour, especially on Long Island. The wind is going to continue to be a factor here through the afternoon. In fact, we have wind advisory until midnight. 50 to 60 miles per hour winds, and of course, on localized damage. And we're going to scatter that power outages as well. The rain is going to stay wrong probably by about 1 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have a west coast shower. Temperatures are going to be falling all the way down to 44 by early evening. That'll get down to a low of 30 tonight, 35, but the west will feel temperatures in the teens. Tomorrow, breezy start time early, otherwise sun followed by clouds. It'll be colder with a high of 38. Wind picks back up again on Sunday. Clouds with clear sunshine, the high of 46. In fact, colder weather again on Monday despite sunshine, the high 36. Right now, 57, some rain in the area. Humidity 89%. The wind out of the southwest. Gusting around 25, but on Long Island, that's up around 50 miles an hour. 57 going down to 44 by early evening. Mike Curry, ready to hammer on New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM. The prime possession of a former president and first lady are no longer.
So these people not stop a stop sign in on Georgia.
Former President Carter's daughter Amy to choose a nostalgic collection of some of the former First Family's cherished items. Among them, a love letter her dad wrote to her mother on White House stationery in 1978. It reads, "To Rosalind, it's nice to be growing old together with you. Jimmy. P.S. Happy birthday." There are also a couple of peanut stars, a pair of walnut side tables Mr. Carter made, a collection of campaign pins, and his painting of the Plains Georgia Baptist Church. Next year's auction will celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary. Deborah Rodriguez for 1010 Wins.
Dawson's Creek star James Vanderbeek says he's feeling much better these days, more than a year after he was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer. In an interview on the Today Show, he says the treatment is definitely helping.
Sure, we're better than most. It requires more learning and patience, more discipline. Much drugs that I knew I had. I was trying, I didn't know I was trying.
He opened up about his diagnosis, saying there was no dramatic moment that let him know he was sick. Just like something felt off. Next thing he knew, he had a colonoscopy and learned he had cancer. Vanderbeek said he wants to make sure men 45-year-olds are getting their routine checkups. You want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered
This
internet
is
forever.
Clay Avenue in the Bronx, people, 165th.
No taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
This is John Galucci Jr., President and CEO of JAG Physical Therapy. This is the gift-giving season, and you should remember to give a gift to yourself. The gift of health. As you know, driving long distances to see family members, trying to lift up the Christmas tree, decorate the house, you can get some pain and sickness. But it doesn't have to be this way. JAG Physical Therapy is there to help whenever you need us. From our family to yours, we wish you a very happy holiday season, and we look forward to getting you back to life you love in 2026. Time now for Bloomberg Money Watch. U.S. home prices are still rising, but the pace has slowed
0.5% from October. After that, the median U.S. home price rose 1.2% from last year to roughly $409,000. Keep in mind that's a national average. Helping keep sales from rising more, mortgage rates edging higher, also sellers pulling their properties off the market, hoping to try again during the popular spring selling season. Wall Street's index is higher right now, Dow gaining 270, Nasdaq up 223, S&P rising 51. Angelo Day over Monday watch on 10 wins with 92.3 FM.
Yard line boom. That is one huge boom. We're going to wrap up the year at Grand Prix Chrysler $2 grab. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I gotta wait, man. Wait.
He's a bar owner in Gloucester in the UK, and he has just sung Christmas songs for 42 hours straight, and yes, it's a Guinness World Record. Okay, maybe not 12 days of Christmas, but nearly 2 whole days of singing everything from Mariah to Wham. He admits he was sleepy at some point, but he got a bit
Southern Boulevard.
bar and cheered him on. Purchase says singing's always been his passion. He used to do cruise ships and theater, so he was able to keep on going without even losing his voice.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
When you're surfing your streaming services for Christmas movies, have you noticed Die Hard comes up? You know, it is set on a Christmas Eve, but is it a Christmas movie? Like, say, Home Alone? That was also Macaulay Culkin's reaction to the story of when...
This is Westchester.
Die Hard controversy. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? No, it's not. It's around Christmas.
Children's Hospital of Chicago study found some parents are aware that giving their baby food with peanuts trains their immune system and reduces peanut allergies by 80%. But there's confusion over how to give babies peanuts safely. Study's authors say parents need more guidance and support from pediatricians.
Michael George reporting. Astronomers say that they are baffled over the discovery of a planet shaped like a lemon. It's about the size of Jupiter and orbits a dead star. Its atmosphere is dominated by carbon molecules, and if any of that is meaningful to you, you might be wondering, how did this planet form? Scientists don't get it. The principal investigator at the University of Chicago says this is a new type of planet atmosphere that nobody has ever seen before. Anyone who delivers packages this time of year needs to make sure they close the gate to prevent any pets from escaping. A sad case in point about a pup in southern
Owner says Sparky will have to have his sled amputated after a package thief left the gate open at their home in Fontana, allowing the 2-year-old
resident Blue Taylor and his golden retriever stepbrother Blazer to escape from the yard. Blazer returned home with some nice. Sparky was hit by a car and dragged down the street, then ran away.
Turns out to be a failing blower motor. He doesn't break a sweat. With Granger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the products he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger.
They're creating a movie.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026. Learn more today at BFA.com/card-SFUC26. Only you have the power to do. Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America name, partnership with Visa, certified all rights reserved. Still listening to us on AM? It's like using a rotary phone in a smartphone world. Make the switch to all news 92.3 FM and your ears will thank you.
All news, all the time. Give about 22 minutes. We'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 57 degrees at 12:20. I'm Bridget Quinn. Here's what's happening. The last Friday before Christmas and miserable on the roads with rain and high winds, not to mention falling temperatures very soon. AccuWeather will mention it all in a live report coming up. One person is injured as a row of stores goes up in flames in the Bronx. A rideshare driver is attacked by a couple of passengers in Queens. The Brown University shooter found dead, a suicide. The White House suspends the lottery program that let him into the U.S. in 2017. Has Mariah lost her crown as the Queen of Christmas? What a new Billboard chart says coming up in 1010 Wins Entertainment. AccuWeather says this afternoon some leftover showers, winds gusting to 50 miles an hour, and temperatures falling to 44 by the early evening. It's due time 12:21. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Andre Farrell.
Let's start in Brooklyn, inbound to Wanted. From 39th Street up to the Brooklyn Bridge, you are not doing very well there. The westbound side of the BQE, better quickly exit as you pass that area of Queens Boulevard, heading towards the Cox Hughes Road, heading towards the Williamsburg. You're going to need a lot of extra time if you're going to continue west, heading towards Flushing Avenue. You're getting flushed down the drain right there with big delays. If you're in Manhattan, keep in mind it is a grid lock alert day, and we do have delays on the FDR northbound from the Brooklyn Bridge up in Grand Street, and southbound coming down towards Houston is busy as you pass 23rd Street. I like what I see on the west side highway way better than the east side of Manhattan. So do that instead if you're coming in and out of Manhattan on this grid lock alert day. If you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, it's around 15 minutes in at the George Washington Bridge, around 40 minutes on the outbound side, go across Bronx related. Northbound Deacon slow heading up to the 30th Bridge, and the primary bridge is still Manhattan heading towards
What the fuck you doing, man?
It's about 10 minutes round trip in the Lincoln and Holland, although 139 is a little slower eastbound to Jersey City. Traffic sponsored by Plaza Jewish Community Chapel. Andre Barrow, Denver Win on 92.3 FM.
We at Plaza Jewish Community Chapel would like to remind you that candle lighting is at 4:13 this afternoon. Good Sabbath and Shabbat Shalom. Well, today is a big holiday getaway day. It is also a wild weather day. Let's get the live details now from AccuWeather meteorologist Gary Schwindenhammer.
Certainly a wild weather day. We had some flooding earlier on. The rain right now, not terribly heavy, but it will taper off nonetheless as we head through the next 45 minutes or so. I think that's probably by about 1 o'clock. Mostly what it'll be is just a spotty shower, but the wind is going to stick with us right through the afternoon. Some gusts in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range. That can lead to localized damage and power outages as well. And temperatures are not going anywhere but down this afternoon. 44 by early evening, down to 30 for an overnight low. And with the wind, actually with the real feel temperatures tonight only in the teens. It'll be colder tomorrow with a high of only 38. Back to you.
Thank you, Carrie. Fire rips through a row of stores and an apartment building on Prospect Avenue in the Longwood section of the Bronx. Here's FDNY Assistant Chief
clouds carry through the night and a colder start to the weekend tomorrow. Bridget?
Thank you, Brian. City prosecutors are asking the U.S. Supreme Court to step back into the decades-old disappearance of 6-year-old Aton Tate. They want the court to reinstate the 2017 murder conviction of Pedro Hernandez, which was overturned earlier this year by a federal appeals court. Prosecutors argue the appeals ruling went too far. They say the jury should have been allowed to weigh Hernandez's confession even after there were questions about how it was obtained. Hernandez admitted to killing Aton during police questioning, but his lawyers say that confession was unreliable and coerced. Meantime, here in New York, Hernandez and his attorneys are due in court today to discuss scheduling and steps leading towards a retrial. Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani named another member of his administration today as he deals with the fallout on another appointee's resignation over old anti-Semitic posts.
Zoran Mamdani says Catherine Almonte da Costa offered to resign and he accepted it.
I made clear that these comments were reprehensible.
Mamdani says his transition team is making changes to its vetting process. Since his election, Mamdani has made inroads with Jewish leaders.
And a real sense of fear that many Jewish New Yorkers have is one that city government needs to address head on. And that is what we will do when we leave the city.
Da Costa's over-decade-old posts on X contained anti-Semitic tropes. She is 33 and married to a Jewish man. Marla Diamond, 10 wins on 92.3 FM.
Two New York congressmen paid a visit today to the ICE facilities down at Federal Plaza, a site that's come under scrutiny for alleged poor conditions. Today, Congressman Adriano Espaillat said it's been cleaned up a bit, but the conditions still are not suitable for people to be held for days.
Long 72 hours without a shower with only 2 toilets. And so this is confirmed. By the way, there are no beds. They give them mats. And they have to be either on the floor or on the sitting area.
He and Congressman Dan Goldman say they found no criminals inside, just law-abiding, non-violent immigrants. The NYPD warning about a pattern of robberies, 18 in all, most in the Bronx, 1 in Queens. In many cases, police say the suspects were on 2-wheelers, forcibly took the victim's change, jewelry, and other valuables.
This is coming from LaGuardia Airport.
DraftKings is making the app available only in 38 states to begin due to its vague legal position, but it plans to later expand from sports and financial contracts to markets including culture, entertainment, and crypto. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 wins the 92.3 FM.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Split Booster to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you keep traveling, your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently run into that interval day meeting like that. Add new Unstoppable feed to your watch. 24-hour non-stop freshness.
Cool it down up. Cool it down up.
Happy holidays, New York. I'm John Chiarello, President of Transport Workers Union Local 100. Speaking on behalf of our 44,000 members, we represent MTA workers, Liberty Lines operators, school bus drivers, Central Park bus carriage operators, waterway workers, and tour bus drivers. We move New York, and we are proud of it. But at the end of the day, just like everyone else,
Sometimes I understand them police saying the place where them pull over
that
people.
doesn't always happen. Too often our members are attacked and assaulted in the line of duty. Remember, the men and women of TWU Local 100 work tirelessly to get you where you need to go. Day and night, every holiday, 24/7. So this season, while you travel by bus or train to do your shopping or visit friends and family, keep that holiday spirit in mind. Show respect to each other and say happy holidays to a Local 100 member and all civil servants.
Paid for by Transport Workers Union Local 100.
We move New York.
Have you been discriminated or retaliated at work? Pregnancy, sexual orientation, disability, medical needs, or whistleblower status? Have you been sexually harassed by
God is watching us.
or overtime wages? The law firm of Kleiman Ginsburg fights for employees like
Three-year-old Ronald Spector claimed to be a Coinbase rep and contacted users saying their assets were at risk from a hacker. Spector is accused of convincing the users to transfer their money to a new crypto wallet and then allegedly empty those wallets out. The Avon Page child disappearance case back in court today. Prosecutors and attorneys for Pedro Fernandez, the only person convicted of murder in this case, are before a judge in a pre-trial hearing, even as the Manhattan District Attorney's Office appeals to the Supreme Court to reinstate Fernandez's conviction. The body of the 6-year-old boy who disappeared in Soho in 1979 has never been found. Fernandez's conviction was thrown out after an appeals court cited a judge's instruction to a jury. The Justice Department is expected to begin releasing its files in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Files are expected to be released in thousands. Hundreds of thousands of pictures coming today, and thousands more in the weeks ahead. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says officials need more time to redact information related to victims. Blanche confirms investigations of high-profile Democrats who associated with Epstein are ongoing, as President Trump recently directed. But Blanche says as of today, quote, no new charges are coming. As correspondent Stephen Portnoy. Investigators are still looking for a motive in the 2 deadly shootings at Brown University and MIT after the suspected gunman apparently took his own life.
This morning, the man who authorities said killed 2 Brown University students and then an MIT professor is dead after killing himself inside a storage unit where he may have hunkered down for days. The body of 48-year-old Claudio Nieves Valente was found Thursday night in a storage unit he rented in November. Officials say he was born in Portugal, became a lawful permanent resident of the United States living in Miami, and for a time studied physics at Brown.
Correspondent Aaron Katursky. The Trump administration.
As much as I support your channel, you do give an impression as if you are a PNP. As much as you might say you are not politically aligned, but just listening to you and see certain comment that you make sometime, you do come off as a PNP supporter, even though you might say you don't support any party. This is Queens, people. Whitestone, Queens, people.
Platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It's Nissan 351. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Karen Stewart. The westbound side of B2E is very, very heavy, traveling from Metropolitan Avenue and trying to get down into Atlantic Avenue. It's so busy by the Brooklyn Bridge that it's causing some bumper traffic Brooklyn bound at the Brooklyn Bridge, and the inbound Gowanus is slow from 39th Street to 12th Crescent and Jam. From the Prospect Expressway up into Atlantic. Staten Island Expressway westbound and pretty from